The great Zestimate crash of 2022. Zestimate prices are going down. Motivated sellers are going to be changing their minds, and a lot is going on with Zestimate values and the prices of real estate wholesaling. In today's video, Roshan's got it right. We are getting zesty today, okay? We are talking about the dramatic drop in Zestimate prices. I'm going to really reveal what's going to happen, how you can profit in wholesaling real estate. This is not a video to panic you. This is a video to make you a ton of money in wholesaling real estate. This is a video for this. We're going to break down everything you need to know about why real estate's going down, how we profit for it, why are estimates crashing and why will they crash in the future, and how as wholesalers this affects us. I'm going to spoil the end of this. This might ruin the video watch time or whatever. I don't care. Okay. This is going to be probably the greatest opportunity for wholesaling real estate in most of y'all's lifetime watching this. Okay. You're not going to have such a dramatic change in Zestimate prices and pricing of real estate as we have seen. In the past year, we have basically effectively seen the cost of a mortgage double. And the pain is coming down slowly on this. So this is going to be a big shocker for a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff going on here that's going to change most wholesalers and the way they do business. And it's going to be shocking. And we're ready to go on this. We're ready. So before I break it down, do me a big favor, guys. Let me check the audio. It's going to be shocking. So audio is working good. So do me a big favor, guys. Guys, I'm breaking down some very, very, very important information for everybody. Okay. This is very important info. This is info I think every wholesaler needs to know. This is the information that no guru is going to tell you. And this is going to be fascinating for a lot of people. You're going to get a big upper hand knowledge. So let's talk about this. Okay. First of all, make sure you smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button, comment below your questions, okay? We're going to do some one-on-one calls today if you guys need help. But really what I want to break down is what's going on in this market right now. We're seeing some crazy, insane stuff going on, and a lot of stuff's going to change, okay? We are basically at a crossroads right now. Zestimate values for the first time, basically, and I'm going to show you the chart. I got analytics. I got statistics, guys. You're on the Zach Ginn channel here where we're going all out today, okay? Basically, in the past 9 years, Zestimate prices haven't been going down. 9 years. This is insanity. Okay. Past 9 years. Okay. So let's really share the charts. I got all this information. This is very fascinating stuff. So let's get in. This is the stuff your guru does not want you to know. Okay. So let's talk about this. Okay. Effectively in wholesaling real estate right now, mortgage rates have gone from 3% to 7% nationally. And you're like, oh, Zach, it says 6.2% here on the when I look it up online and all, but guys, I'm pretty much mortgage rates are going up to 7. And with pretty much the agreement from the Fed right now to do pretty much a half basis point and then probably go up another percent, more or less, maybe 1.52, mortgage rates will hit 7%. Okay. And this is going to cause a lot of non-wholesalers to be hurt. And unfortunately, this is hurting a lot of new homeowners right now. I think homeowners are excited for real estate to go down, but they don't understand what's going on. I see a lot of wholesalers right now knowing real estate's going down, but more or less most of them starting out, I call them the TikTok wholesalers. No, nothing wrong about that, but a lot of TikTok people watching me and then they go on the channel. They don't know about real estate. They know about wholesaling. They don't understand why real estate's going down. So for the beginners out here, I do want to explain this really quick. Why is real estate going down and why will it be continue going down? Probably for the next 6 months to a year. Heck, maybe 2 or 3 years. We don't know. But what I'll tell you is a very good guesstimate of what's going on. Okay. So the first thing you got to know is I don't know what I'm talking about. No one else knows. We don't know. Real estate could go up 400% tomorrow. It could not. It's all up in the air, right? Like nobody knows. I'll tell you that effectively. There's not one man, woman, or anyone anywhere that knows what's going to happen, right? We are not the almighty omnipotent that knows everything about everything. We're not any of that. Okay. The weatherman's always wrong, but the weatherman's sometimes always right. But more or less, the weatherman can tell you if it's most likely going to rain or not. And that's really what I am, okay? I'm a weatherman for wholesaling real estate and the market currently, right? There's a lot of times when the weatherman says it's going to pour, and it's going to pour. And he's mostly right, but sometimes he's wrong, right? So just understand, you're going to hear a lot of weather reports out here in the next future about the real estate market, things like that. Just understand that don't put all your eggs in the basket on something. From what I could see, there's heavy precipitation. There is an El Nino hopping in. And I see most likely there's going to be a big storm. Okay, that's honestly what I'm seeing. That's what I'm telling you today. Now, don't be mad at me if it's not, but most likely all evidence points to it. And most likely from the past time, it's going to. So let's talk about why real estate is currently down and why is it going to be continue going down. So let's just do a quick, if you don't understand mortgage rates or the statistics behind or any of that stuff, don't big deal. I'm not going to get crazy confusing for you. Okay. Like I'm not going to try to stress you out here. Let's do black. It seems easiest for everyone, right? So mortgage rates currently right now are basically going from 3% to 7%, and they are rising fast for the past year. A lot of people can argue with me. Most likely it's like that. Okay. So let's talk about this. So the cost to buy. So let's go really basic on the average homeowner, the average seller, because we really have to think about their perspective. We really shouldn't be thinking about the perspective of the average, real estate investor or something like that, right? The average cost, we'll do this. That'll be easier. All right. The average cost to buy a $300,000 house. I would call that a cheap real estate if you look at the entire market. When you really look at the cost to buy a piece of real estate, let's say I'm a starter home, I'm out of college, I got my regular job, I want to buy a house of, a married family, right? $300,000. That's relatively cheap if you look at the average cost of a real estate in the United States, right? Pretty much from a 3% mortgage to a 7% mortgage, and this isn't with taxes and all, we're going very basic here. Pretty much real estate, the cost of a mortgage has gone from $1,265 a month to $2,000 a month. That is insanity for a $300,000 house. Pretty much with mortgage rates rising like that, it's an insane amount. So if I do the math here, and I'm just really basic raw numbers, right? I mean, it pretty much over 50%. I think it's 58% there, but like over 50, it costs about 50% more to buy a property in the beginning of the year towards the end of the year. Looking at that statistic, if I'm going to buy a $300,000 house, real estate should be going down 58%, right? Like theoretically, you do the math, you're just guessing. Real estate should be down all this percent, right? No. Okay, let's really show what the average price is for real estate. Okay, so let's look at the average Zestimate. So what's the average motivated seller when they want to look up? This is like, I can argue with anyone that this is the honest truth. If I'm looking to see what my house is worth, and I don't know about anything about real estate, I have a regular job, I'm a regular person, I'm a regular citizen in the United States of America, where am I going to see how much my house is worth? I don't care if you're no, I'm just thinking about the average. Think about your grandma, think about your dad, your mom, your brother, your uncle, your niece, nephew. Where are they going to see, right? They're going to go to Zillow. All right. They're going to check the Zestimate. Hence the great Zestimate crash of 2022, because this is going to affect a lot of your sellers and their thinking. Okay. They're going to go to Zestimate. So let's go to Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. Because everyone loves Phoenix. All right. So we're going to Phoenix, Arizona right here. All right. And what we can basically see here in Phoenix, Arizona is this is the average Zestimate in Phoenix, Arizona. All right. This is Phoenix, Arizona, the average Zestimate. Okay. So the average Zestimate home value, we can really look at here. I can even go to single family homes, right? It doesn't really affect it. Condos are pretty much taking the dip, right? All homes, if I'm really looking at everything, you can do non-adjusted if you really want to get like crazy on things, but like really the average single family home, all homes, we'll go all homes, like, condos, whatever. All right. If you really want to look at everything here, the average Zestimate has pretty much since 2013, the average Zestimate was $131,000. People were wholesaling all day there, right? We go to 2014. It went from 131, all the way to 172 in a year. Holy moly. There's no way to wholesale. Phoenix is too saturated. The average house is 172, right? No, people are still wholesaling, okay? And then pretty much since then, you look at the years, every single year, year over year, it's rising. Since 2013, 2012, year over year, real estate has been going up, right? Like there pretty much hasn't been a year where it has dipped. Okay. You have 2019, 290, right? And then we have an insane pump, 277, all the way up to 436. Okay. And you might be saying to yourself there, wow, 436. All right. And are people still wholesaling June 2022? Heck yeah. People are making six figures a month wholesaling in Phoenix when the average real estate's 436. So you're looking at this now and you're seeing the first thing ever. This is the first thing we've ever seen in real estate, especially in Phoenix for the past while. Okay. We're going to go here in the 5 yard. It doesn't look too insane, but we're going up here, right? And then we're going 436 and things are going down to 427. So in the 5 year, it looks like a dip. If you really look at the more out you look, it looks more like a dip, right? So 436 to 427. Holy mackerel. This is the first dip we've pretty much seen in a very long time. More or less, it's down $9,000. That's $9,000, the average home, right? You might think this is like the greatest end of the world, right? Oh my Lord, the world is ending, right? Real estate's down 2%. That's not bad, okay? Pretty much everything is as normal. But as we see here, things are down 2%. We see the average home for 300,000 is 1,265 to 2,000. That's insane, right? So you have to start thinking to yourself right now, like, hey, statistically, things have risen pretty much that fast. Now we're seeing a little dip. The pain hasn't really settled too much because the one thing how real estate works is inventory is rising like crazy. And when supply and demand, once there's more beanie babies out here, they're worth less, right? And that's really what's happening. Because if I'm going to buy a house and now it's from 1,265 to 2,000, I'm probably going to shop around, right? And I'm probably going to go for a $250,000 house, right? And the thing is, I have more leverage and they're not as attractive, right? And at 7%, it's a lot harder, right? So you got to be looking at that. Now I'm probably just want to rent things out. And the coolest part about this is for a lot of rent relief and stuff, like if I can't sell my house, I'm going to rent it out. And if I can't afford it, I'm going to rent, right? So it kind of equals out the renting market. But like real estate's getting weird here, right? Like something's got to give. If it went 58%, real estate's got to have some pain. Okay. Like if the cost of gas goes up 58% and you're a truck driver, the cost of driving that truck's going to go up like 58%, right? It's kind of weird that the cost to buy a house right now, pretty much with a mortgage, is up 58%, 50%, let's say. And it's only down 2% on this estimate. That's kind of weird. The one thing you're going to see is more interest rates are going to rise up. This number is going to keep going, dipping harder and harder and harder every single month. The one thing you got to understand is Zestimates they're good, but it's also an evil. And what do I mean by an evil, right? Have you ever had a family member that owned some stocks, or they just bought a stock, right? Like a little cousin or something. They bought like Apple stock for like $100 and it went to $98 and they call you all panicked. Like, oh my God, it went to 98. Oh my gosh, it's at 101. Oh my gosh, it's at 90. Now it's at 105. Oh my gosh, it goes up and down. And then it's panic. They look at it every day. The cool part about owning real estate is you don't really got that little stock chart going boop, 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 and going like panicking like crazy, right? Pretty much until 2013 when Zestimates came out. And now Zestimates are pretty much where everyone looks, realtor.com, stuff like that. Now that the average homeowner can look at their house like a stock market chart, they're going to start doing things that people's stocks do that are uneducated about how stocks work, right? Like I bought in plenty of stocks, owned plenty of stocks, right? Like I'll give you an example. I once owned, I remember in college, stupid amount of Tesla stock in college, like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. And it went down by a lot. Right. And I was like panicking. Now the average person just sells it. Like I gotta get out. I'm like, 5 years, love Elon. Right. And over a long-term period, it's paid off pretty well for me. Right. Put a lot of assignment fees in there. Right. Works really well. Now the average person, when they see a Tesla stock go down, they panic, they freak out, they make very short-term decisions. Right. Might go down 20, 30%. I could care less. Right. The thing is, the average person will sell and panic sell, right? That happens 2008. It happens pretty much all the time. That's how human beings operate. We're very emotional. When you're non-emotional with your investing, you do a lot better. The average homeowner is going to be panic a little more if they see their things dipping, right? Because the average homeowner now, they used to say this, hey, you know what? My house is worth $299, right? In 2020. Now my house, they say, is worth $436. And that's what they put their self-esteem, everything in, right? Now if their house is worth $427, a lot of people are going to be like, no, my house is still worth $436. They don't understand. But most people now think their house is worth $427. They got to sell and they see it dipping. Oh my God, could my house be worth $100,000 now? And that's going to cause some situations, right? And we're going to see a lot of stuff changing, right? And so really when you see this, we're seeing interest rates keep rising up. And I'll tell you right now, stop panicking. I see a lot of people panicking like the end of the world's happening. Interest rates will stop. Okay. Jerome Powell, the Fed, right? Pretty much mortgage rates will be spiking a little more. I could see mortgage rates going to 7. But like it'll cap out because there's an election season coming up. They're not going to rock the boat too much. And then we have the presidential in a couple of years too. So I don't see anything going panicking. And I'm just telling you my unbiased political opinions. The Fed does not want to rock the boat during election cycles because it doesn't seem like they want to act like they like something or they act like they don't, right? And so the Fed's not going to do anything crazy, right? They want to keep rising it because inflation's out of control. And I do agree. I'm not saying my opinion on things. I'm just seeing what the interest rates are doing. And I'm just giving you my best case scenario, my opinion on this, right? And honestly, what I've seen here is I do think it's going to keep going up. And it's going to get to a point where there's so much pain that they're pretty much going to stop. Maybe they bring it up maybe 150 basis points, more or less, 1.5% more. Mortgage rates at worst, I could see 8-9%, like at worst case scenario. And I think they want to slow it down and do a quote unquote soft landing. I don't want to get too confusing with you guys. I read way too much into this stuff, but like what I can tell you is they're going to make it more expensive to buy real estate probably the next 6 months. Okay. And then they're going to ease it up a little more. And they're going to wait for real estate kind of to be chilling out. Jerome Powell did say that people who own a house right now are going to see some pain. And that's true. So businesses are going to get pain. Most businesses, I would say. But like, it's not the end of the world. And I'll tell you this pretty much. That real estate's not going to go crash like 80%. Like it's at worst. Let me show you what the three most likely scenarios are what's happening right now. Okay. So there's 3 scenarios. Okay, that's what's going to be going on and what I honestly think in my honest opinion, okay? This is what I currently see. I think worst case scenario, we might quote unquote hit a recession, right? And I mean, we're technically in a recession now, but the worst I could possibly see if interest rates get crazy and inventory spikes up more than we can predict. This is worst case scenario, guys. I'm not telling you this is worst case scenario. Do not take me out of context here, but like we could see a 3 to 5% dip every month until we get 30 or 40%. That's worst. Most likely, I don't see that. I don't see this. But the worst is we get a pullback of 30 to 40%, which let me kind of show you the average home price, right? Let's go back to Phoenix median home price, right? Let's go back there. All right. Let's go back here and kind of look at this, right? Like, and I want to answer this question to really calm some panic. I think a lot of people have. This. Panic when it comes to things. And I do want to relieve this panic. I think a lot of people have, but like we go here, we look down here, ask yourself this question, were people wholesaling in 2016 when real estate was 190? Yes, right? Let's say it's 200. Okay. Now let's say we go up here to 436 and let's say real estate goes down 40%. Okay. 40%. So 436 multiplied by 0.6. That means the average price, if everything goes down 40%, worst case scenario is $261,000, which means the average house would be like what it was in stinking March 2020. Okay. What does that mean? All right. That means you're going to be wholesaling at March 2020 prices. That means the world's not ending. You're losing the people that are making 6 figures a month wholesaling in March 2020. I know people in Phoenix like this. I personally know. They were buying properties probably for like 200 and selling them for 220, making 20K. That means that house you're not buying for you're buying it for 220 and you're selling for 240, but Zestimates will be at like 260 here. Okay. This doesn't affect you in wholesaling. I want you guys to understand this. Worst case scenario, you are just wholesaling at 2020 prices. That means you get under contract for lower and you sell it for lower than what it used to be on the all-time high. That's pretty much it. Okay. I don't see the big hoopla over this, right? Let's look at the average home median price last 100 years. Okay. We're going to look at some statistics here. Okay. Let's look at the historical price of a home for the past 100 years in the United States of America. Okay. Now, obviously our population is always growing and probably will. But like you're looking at the average, like we're going really We're going to break some statistics down. Okay. So let's get statistical on y'all. So let's look at the last couple crashes more or less. Okay. So we look at the CPI adjusted, which I think is a little better, but let's go to the median price, right? So if our median price in 1995 was 109,000 and we pump it all the way up here to 215, okay? The last real estate crash went from 215 all the way to 173. I remember like Rick, all these people back in the old days, in wholesaling, they were still wholesaling. They were just putting properties under contract for lower prices, right? That's pretty much it. And then shot back up. We're probably going to get another dip, right? Like you really look at it like that. And we can even exit out a little more here, right? But you see this hype. Do you see what happened this hype? Is real estate going down forever? No. Okay. You see it, you see it pump up like in the 80s, right? Late 80s. You see it pump up. You see a dip. You see a pump up. You see a dip. Goes a little sideways for a couple of years. Pump up, dip, pump. You see this pump right here, and you see a little dip. Most likely, we're going to see a dip from this. Am I panicked? No way, Jose. Okay, this is just what's going on. So you got to understand that during this time, you were wholesaling 186. It ain't 205 anymore. Okay, you were wholesaling from the previous prices, but like it wasn't the end of the world. So just understand that, guys. And I want you to show you, like, I can go out here forever, but like as you can see here statistically, we've got the 60s. Things got a little weird in the 60s, but like I think from 18 to like 20, it was going weird, right? 202, but we had CPI, but like pump, dip, pump, dip, pump, dip, pump, dip, pump, dip, right? Like we know what's going on, okay? And historically, that's most likely what's going to be happening. Oh, are we? Yeah, we're still live. All right. That's what's most likely going to happen, guys and gals. Okay. Like I want you guys to understand what's going on. I want you to be really educated on the wholesaling process, but like that's the worst. Okay. Most likely we're probably going to see a 10 to 15% pullback. Then we're going to see some quantitative easing. And I don't want to get too confusing on terms, but like we're most likely going to see some quantitative easing more or less, which is pretty much not technically quantitative easing if you really want to get into it, but like most likely what's going to happen is mortgage rates the fund rate might go up a certain amount, and then pretty much mortgage rates are going to cap out at like 8. And then they're going to be like, okay, inflation's kind of under control. The market might not be tuned too well, right? GDP is not as good. Let's start pumping it back in and putting interest rates down. Then interest rates might go from 8, maybe to 7 to 6 to 5 to 4, probably stay at like 5 to 4. I think that's a general healthy range, right? And once you understand that, then I think real estate's going to kind of like teeter a little, and then it's going to just start rising back up like it always has. Like you look at that chart, just like overall, if you look at from 1970 to 2020, it's like it looks like a straight line, but you see a lot of those pump and dips. So if you own the real estate, you're fine. Okay, just understand that's most likely what we're going to see. It's not going to be like the past one. Maybe it's like a 1980s one where it's like it's a little dip, not the worst thing, but like got to understand. Mark Twain has said this right. He's always said this the right way. But like history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. And I want you guys to understand, like history is probably going to rhyme. It's not going to repeat itself. So we don't know if it's going to go 40%. We don't know if it's going to go 1%, right? We don't know, but we know it's going to rhyme with something that's most likely happened in the past. Okay. You look at every single war in the United States history. You look at wars around the entire world for the history of everything. Like nothing really repeats itself. Some of them do, but like they rhyme. And I just want you guys to understand that about wholesaling real estate, that it's going to rhyme. And we don't know what's going to happen, but I can give you. So the best case scenario, I see a 10% pullback, and it doesn't do that little pitter, but it just shoots up once real estate goes to like, 4% mortgage rate. That's best case scenario. And I see that possibility happening. Okay. It's like The Office. Like you see that happen? Possibly. And they just go from there. But like, that's another thing. But I want you to understand that all three of the scenarios have real estate going down. Now, real estate's already down 2%. Like, okay. I think it's more like 5. I think Zestimates are really slowing down, because I think when Zestimates going down, a lot of agents are going to stop paying a ton of money because they're going to panic. And then Zillow is a corporation. They're going to make less money, right? So Zestimates can do whatever they want with Zestimate. They're a private corporation, but really That's why we have PropStream, Batch. We have other services out here that kind of helps us out. But like, just to understand that. So like, I'm not here to panic homeowners out watching this too, but like, real estate will be going up in the next 5 to 10 years. And I will tell you that with full-hearted conviction, real estate will be going up the next 5 to 10 years. Like, do not panic about this. The world is not ending. So if you own real estate, you own rental properties, like all my rental properties I own, I don't care. Okay. It's going to be going up. I'm here for the cash flow, baby. All right. I want to talk to my wholesalers out here, and this is pretty much everyone watching, right? But like, you will make more money now than ever before in wholesaling real estate. Now, I promise you this, okay? You look at Rick, you look at all the old people, all the people that have been through the old times of wholesaling real estate. I'm not calling them old, but like been through a lot of the real estate crashes before. They've always made more money during the crash in wholesaling, I'm talking about wholesaling, than ever before. That's because it's actually easier to wholesale when prices go down than when they go up. And I'm going to explain exactly why here. But I think a lot of wholesalers are complaining here. I think a lot of people are freaking out. They think the world's going to end. The gurus are trying to panic you to buy my course because I'm going to teach you everything right. This is not the time to be doing all this crazy, stupid stuff. Okay. These gurus are panicking. They can't make money off of you if real estate goes down because you're probably not going to spend $12K for their course, and they're freaking out. Okay. I'm just telling you, you'll be making more money now than ever. You don't own the house. Okay. You own the rights to the contract. Like, stop freaking out over that. Okay. Like, you own the rights to the contract. You do not own the house. So if real estate goes down on a dip, it's fine. All right, y'all, like, stop freaking out. So let's talk about this. Like, why is wholesaling so good during a crash? Why is it good when it's going up? Why is it good when it's going down? Right. Let's talk about this. Wholesaling real estate. We are the dollar store. Okay. Well, the $1.25 store, you know what they call it now, but like, we are quote unquote the dollar store, the Family Dollar. We are the Walmart of wholesale of real estate. Pretty much of anything, right? Actually, that's called the real estate industry. Let's look at the real estate industry, okay? Real estate industry is very common in the United States economy, right? There's the Walmarts, there's the pawn shops, there's the dollar stores, then there's the Louis Vuittons, there's the Lamborghinis, there's the Ferraris, there's the Apples, like there's all the like Microsoft, like there's all these different corporations and industries, right? Wholesaling real estate, we are the Walmart, we are the dollar store, we are the real estate investors, right? We're the wholesalers. We are the Walmarts, right? So I want to show you a couple things, right? Let's look at brands and cash flow for a second, right? So Lambo stock. I just want to show you guys this really quick. Lamborghini stock price. Let's do Ferrari. I know they're race, right? So let's look for an example here on Ferrari. All right. So you might think of yourself, I'd rather own Ferrari, the Ferrari company than the Walmart company. That's someone that doesn't understand stocks or anything like that, or how the economy works. I'd rather own the Lambo. That sounds more luxurious and prestige. I would rather own Walmart. Okay, man. Like, let's look at this for a second. Okay. Let me just show you why. Why being the Walmart, the dollar store, is the best thing possible. So let's look here at Ferrari. All right. Ferrari is a stock right here, right? Their net income's $240 million for June, right? They make $1.2 billion, right? You look at the past crash, we don't really see the maximum. I think they just went public, but like, they're not doing so well, right? They're getting about 1.9 billion in revenue, right? And about $250 million in net income. That's a lot of money. That's probably $1 billion a year company owning Ferrari. Whoa, that's pretty sick, bruh, right? Well, let's look at Walmart, all right? Let's look at Walmart, all right? We look at Walmart, all right? Walmart is doing $152 billion in revenue, and their net income's $5 billion. Okay, that's about $25 billion. They're making $25 billion versus $1 billion versus Ferrari. And here's the best part about Walmart, all right? In 2008, when everything dipped, okay, the world was ending in 2008, all right? Their stock was up, and it pumped like crazy, 16%, and it's always been right. They never really have a dip. They have a little dip in 2014, but overall it's up. Why does it not crash? Why isn't Walmart crashing? Okay. Let's look at Louis Vuitton, right? Louis Vuitton stock price in the past, whatever years. We saw a pretty substantial, we didn't see it here. Why don't they have it here? All right. They got a lot of stuff going on here. What's a luxury brand, right? It's a luxury company. I'm just trying to think of one. Let's do, let's do Amazon, right? You look at Amazon, they're kind of a tech company, right? They had quite a little dip going in 2018. You can't really see it, but they went down like 40, 50%, right? And they were kind of tech before it was the Walmart type thing, right? Like you look at them, their revenue's insane too. But like, I just want you to understand, guys, and you would rather own Walmart because Walmart's making $20 billion a year in net income. 20 billion versus Ferrari, which is making 1 billion. So you got to understand that, yeah, Walmart's seen as where the cheap people go, or where the poor folk go. And I'd rather own a Lambo. Rah. But really, when you are the cheap option, when you deal with the customer base that are quote unquote the undesirables, right? Nobody wants to deal with you. You end up making a ton of stinking money. Even when the real estate, when everything goes down, when the economy's down, you were making 20 times more than everyone else because you're the volume player. All right. And you make the money. And when stuff goes down, you don't have to worry about your stock price going down, your net income. Your actual net income goes up when things go down. We as real estate wholesalers, we're the dollar store, we're the Walmart, we're whatever you want to call. When things get bad, we'll deal with the ugly houses, right? Who is the Lamborghini? Who are the Louis Vuitton? Those are luxury real estate agents, the mortgage brokers, guys. So like you want to see like who are the ones that are going to get hurt when the economy goes bad in the real estate space? It's the agents. The real estate agents are the ones that get hurt, okay? The real estate agents is the pizza shop, the mom and pop place, the movie theater, the mini golf putt place, right? When the economy goes down, those places, people don't have discretionary income. But they still got to buy food. They still got to buy a shirt, but they're going to buy a cheap t-shirt, right? They're going to go to Walmart. You still got to deal with Walmart when you are poor, like you got no money. When you got no money, you can't go play putt-putt or go see a movie, right? So you got to understand the wholesaling real estate, we are the Walmart. We are dealing with this. We are the ones dealing with the cheap things. So we never have to worry. We still have to work our butts off, but we're never under worry about not doing deals. Deals are always going to be out here. So I want you guys to understand that. We are not the fancy ones, okay? So the three main people in real estate that are going to hurt right now are the real estate agents, the mortgage brokers, and then the gurus. I can't sell you a $10,000 real estate wholesaling course when the economy is going down. Okay? I can't show my HUD. Like they can't do this stuff, right? And a lot of people can't afford that. The payment plan, all that fun jazz, right? The gurus are going to get hurt, okay? Because their stuff's going to be, it's going to be funny, right? Because they can't afford all these employees, all these systems, right? Like it ain't going to work, okay? The way that these gurus run their businesses are so stupid. They got their sales staff, and I can go complain forever. You guys know what I think about that, right? But like the brokers aren't going to do well either. And then the realtors, real estate agents, right? So just understand that. So we're the Walmart. What does that mean? In real estate investing, let's look at wholesaling. So I love it when someone ever asks me this information. This is one of my favorite informations I always get asked, right? So Zach, why does wholesaling work during a crash, right? And I always say this, there's the 4 Ds out here. If the 4 Ds happen, real estate is fine and wholesaling will never be a problem for me, right? Like I don't have to worry about not being able to do deals. Because if the 4 Ds are happening in the United States of America, I sleep well at night knowing I can do deals off of it. So what are the 4 Ds, right? The 4 Ds are if there are death, divorce, so debt, divorce, debt, or dumb decisions, me as a real estate wholesaler, I'm here to make money. A real estate investor, flipper, whatever, creative finance guy. If the 4 Ds are going down, I'm going to be making money off of it, okay? If people are unfortunately passing away, which with life, there is death. Unfortunately, that is the truth. We are born, we live our life, and unfortunately, we pass away, right? That is the truth to life, right? Fundamental truth, right? So if that's happening, if people are being born, I'm making money, okay? That's the truth, right? Divorce. If people unfortunately get divorced, I make money off of it, right? Debt. If people go into debt, mortgages, credit cards, any of that debt stuff, I'm making money. Creative financing, all that stuff, right? And then just general dumb decisions. And I'm not calling someone dumb for making a decision, but some people make dumb decisions. And what I mean by that, like you buy a new house in, let's say, my neck of the woods. Let's say you buy a house in Miami, right? And then you have to go move a job in, 3 months from now in another place. That's a dumb decision. Okay. And you bought a house for 450. Now it's worth 400 and you're underwater on your mortgage. You're not dumb for doing it because you didn't know what's going on, but hindsight's 2020. That was a dumb decision, right? Should have rented, right? That's a dumb decision. And that's not a bad, like, you're not an idiot or you're not a dumb person for doing it. I make dumb decisions all the time. Okay. Like, that's a dumb decision if you really look at everything from like a macro perspective. I'm going to make money, right? And that's the thing. Like, you let a really bad tenant in there and they destroy the house. You're not a bad person, but like, that was a dumb decision, right? So if dumb decisions are happening, you're going to make money. And that is the truth of this, guys. And that's really what I want to explain. There's only one last analogy about wholesaling real estate. And I want you guys to ask yourself this question, right? Does the garbage man care about the price of the house, or does he care about the garbage? He cares about the garbage. I just want you guys to understand that. The garbage man cares about the garbage, not the house. And we as real estate wholesalers are dealing with the garbage houses, okay? We are the garbage man. The realtors might make fun of the garbage man, but when the going gets tough, the garbage man gets a job and the mortgage broker loses their job. All right? I just want you to understand that the garbage man doesn't go out of work. They never go out of work. We are wholesalers. We don't go out of work. Except the garbage man, we can make a ton of money. Okay? That's the only difference. And we love our sanitation engineers, right? We love them. But like, we are the garbage man of real estate. Okay? It ain't the prettiest job in the world. We do not deal with the prettiest houses. But we do not focus on the pretty house. We deal with the garbage. Those are the 4 Ds that happen in life. So you guys understand that and you understand how this works. You are economically immune to whatever's going to happen in real estate. You do not care at all what's going on, what the future lies for this. We do not care. We are going to be fine and we're going to make money. Once you understand that truth, you're fine. So that is what I have to say about the quote unquote great Zestimate crash. Where are the real estate markets going in the future? What's going on with everything? That's honestly how I see things. And that's the way things are most likely going to happen. If you have questions, I would love to answer them. I'd love to really see your reactions to everything. But really, we're going to make money either way. And on this channel, on the Flip with Rick YouTube channel, all the other YouTube channels I have, right? So I have a Flip with Rick YouTube channel. I have here the Zach Ginn YouTube channel. You're watching my exclusive Zach Ginn Sunday live stream with the Wholesaling Houses for Real YouTube channel, the Rick YouTube channel, Wholesaling Houses for all of my stuff, right? All me and Rick stuff. Under the Flip with Rick stuff we have. I'm always going to keep you up to date with what's going on, right? I might make an update to this video next month. We're going to see what happens, right? We don't know 100% what's going to happen. We might do a 1%. The rates might go up. Maybe it goes down nothing. Maybe it goes negative. We don't know, but most likely we know where things are most likely going to happen. So I just want you guys to understand we're fine. We got to adapt. We got to understand what's going on, but most likely we're going to be fine for wholesaling real estate. There's no need to panic right now. And if you want to learn wholesaling real estate for free, that's going to be your most economical, immune thing for success. I do tell you guys to go to freewholesaling.com and just learn wholesaling, right? Learn how to cold call, learn how to talk to homeowners that have ugly looking houses, and you're going to be making money. You're going to just learn how to pick up the garbage. That's basically what I teach you. It's really not that difficult. It might take some practice, but really that's it. Like, that's what I'm here to teach you. That's what I'm here to show you. If you got any questions, let me know. Go to freewholesaling.com. and you're pretty much good to go. So let's answer some questions. If you want to hop on the live stream, I have a streamer link in the comments right here. And we'll talk to y'all. We'll see what questions you have, and we'll see what's going on right now. But Bali says, this guy chose the Guru Capital. I just want to get through everyone's head. Yeah, I got to stop complaining about these gurus and what's going on with these gurus, all right? So that's pretty much it. Yeah. So Zach Giles says, not too related to the subject, but how do you calculate repairs? I'll tell you straight up, just go to freewholesaling.com. That's going to be the best way to calculate repairs. I have a handy dandy chart at freewholesaling.com that really explains like how the repair sheet works, but I'll kind of show you right here. of the repair cost because I just have it on my computer because this is a very common question. And as I go here on the window, this is it. This is pretty much my repair cost worksheet. Nothing's really changing too much on it. But that's pretty much it. So that's where I go screenshot it. Just go to freewholesaling.com. It's all in there. And basically show you how to do it the right way. But yeah, that's pretty much how you're going to figure it out. But yeah, that's it. So let's go ask some questions here. What's up, One Arrow? Thank you for the valuable time and information you give us every day. The best for all the free info. Appreciate that, One Arrow. That means a lot. But yeah, let's go. Driving to Phoenix right now. Love it. So yeah, Justin has got a question. So Justin says, I've got a pre-foreclosure home I'm going to look at tomorrow. High motivation, but seller doesn't know amount owed. I can't find it on the property appraiser website. How do I approach this? So honestly, the best way for a seller to know how much they owe is by just calling the mortgage company and asking them. I would ask them. I would get under. So Justin, here's my best tip. I would see if the mortgage quote unquote owed is like too much, but like I would probably just lock it up for the lowest you can and then have the seller call the mortgage company and ask them how much is owed. That's going to be your best one. You're going to get a payoff statement and you're going to figure out exactly to the T how much is owed on it. And that's how you're going to figure it out. I probably would have asked before I went on the appointment, but since you got it tomorrow, no big deal. I'd probably lock it up for the lowest you can just because you can. If it's higher, you might have to renegotiate. You're going to make money. But honestly, I would just lock it up and then have them call the mortgage company and see the lowest you can. They have it on it, and that's pretty much it. Chris says, I have a house that's connected to a business. Okay, on the same deed. How would I go about the ARV and get a contract? So we are wholesaling houses, not wholesaling businesses. So what I mean by that is I don't care about the business. I'm going to have to find a buyer for the piece of real estate. I really don't care about the business. Unless it's cash flowing, I'm not going to care too much about that. Build that wall of the background. Appreciate it. Got a little neon today. So getting colorful today on me. So yeah, guys, the Stick and Miami Dolphins won today. That was a sick game today. Woo! That was guys. That was an insane comeback. Y'all know I'm a big Dolphins fan. That was sick today. I'll tell you, that is the tenacity I need in my life right now. But I want to say, what's up? That was an amazing game today. 6 touchdowns. My Lord. But yeah. So Steve's got to go. What it says, my house is worth a lot more on Zillow. That's my favorite one. I get that objection a lot. And that's when I do want to answer right now. So you get that, right? Like Zillow says my house is worth. The good part of Zillow is going to be going down. And how I always answer this objection is always the same way. Well, Mr. Seller, if Zillow says your house is worth this, it is currently correct. I've never found ever, and congrats to Steve. Patriots won today, so congrats on him. But I mean, how much congrats can I really give to him? It's gonna be a sad outlook for him, but we love Steve and his support, so appreciate Steve out here. But like when the seller asks my house worth more, you never want to say, "Hey, Steve, you're wrong. Your house is worth less." You never sound good saying that. That's never a good thing to say. Okay. Like straight up, I've never found that to be like a good answer to anything. So basically what I always say is, hey, you're right. Zillow says that, but Zillow is basing it off. There's a new roof. Everything's updated. Zillow wants to be the nicest they can to you. If Zillow says it assumes something bad, it's going to be bad, right? So if Zillow wants to assume how much money you make, they're always going to assume you make $1 million to be nice. And I always say that really nicely. And he was like, oh, okay. So if it needs work, it's probably going to be worth less. Yes. And then I kind of work my way from there, give a cash offer, explain closing costs and all that stuff. And it worked really, really well. I'm just making sure in the comments, y'all can see it. Yeah. All right, cool. Make sure we got the StreamYard link working on there. But yeah. What's up? What's up, August? What is up, NSB Nils? Time to get zesty. Yeah, that was cool. But yeah. Austin says, about to close my first deal in the next week or so. Super excited and can't wait to post it in the group. Austin, I cannot wait to see it. I cannot honestly wait to see what's going on with your life, your deals, and what's going on. Can't wait to see what's going on with it. But yeah, I want a full breakdown on it and maybe get on the podcast. We'd love to see it up. Zach says, bless up. And I have been on the website. I'm a newbie doing drawing for dollars right now, but tomorrow I'm going to post some government list. Awesome. Love to see that. Let me know what government lists you have. If you need help with it, I'm always here to help you with that. I actually did today before this, I did a full virtual drawing for dollars, basically breakdown. Should drop within a month on the Zach Ginn YouTube channel. But it should be pretty cool. Virtual drawing for dollars is getting a lot better. Pretty much Google Maps is driving more and more and more. So that's always going to be good. They're revamping some places at 20. Guys, I'm telling you, the biggest thing for virtual drawing for dollars, there's a lot of markets out here they haven't driven since 2011 that they're currently driving right now, like the outskirts of like Baltimore. It's going to be money because no one's really looked at it since 2011. It's going to be really powerful. It's funny that Google, private company, is going to do more on looking at the world than the government on it. It's just interesting, right? Appreciate it. Going to have them contact them tomorrow. That's awesome. Love to see it. And also, Justin, usually your seller gets a statement of their mortgage every single month. See if your seller has an actual statement of it. Okay. See if they have a statement of the mortgage. Usually the payoffs on that statement they get every month in the mail. They're like they like the old time, like mail type thing. That's always going to be the thing on there. And some more questions, guys. Just FYI, I always get asked, Zach, how do I join the StreamYard on here? How do I talk to you one-on-one? The StreamYard link is right here if you guys have any one-on-one questions on here. StreamYard link is right here. Get some water real quick. And let's get some more questions going. All right. Man, that was an insane football game today. Let's see here. El Maj Ali says, how can I find an accurate value of commercial property? Now, there's a couple ways to find the accurate value of commercial property, commercial real estate. The best way I have personally found is through cash flow. A lot of my cash buyers on commercial real estate, they honestly care about cash flow pretty much more than anything. Cash flow is king with it. And if it's a multifamily deal, like a commercial property, they're going to care how much they get for rent and then basically a cap rate from there. So if you talk to somebody, and let's say it's $1 million thing, it's got all the stuff going on, right? If I do the math here, right, $1 million, and they want a 6% cap rate every single year, that's $60K divided by 12. They will probably want $5K a month on it, right? So let's kind of do the math on here, right? So if somebody goes up here, I'll buy that multifamily, any multifamilies where I can net a 7% cap rate. And then you got to look at freewholesaling.com. It's really a breakdown how to do commercial properties, but like they want a 7% cap rate. And you're looking here, right? So if I have this thing under contract for, $900K, if I sell it to them for $1 million, right? Times 0.07, that's $70K a year, divided by 12, that's about 58.3. I think the cash flow can be that, right? And then if the cash flow is 6, I can make some money off that, right? That's the way you really got to look at it. With commercial real estate, there are businesses like you can do through cash flow too. And like I've had people that have wholesaled like, fast food chains like that. Not McDonald's type like things, but like things sort of like that. And they work really well too. So yeah, we got football on today. Always love it. Austin says, thank you. I just got back into wholesaling last month. I haven't spent $1 on marketing. Love to see what you're doing. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I'd love to see it. That's awesome, man. Congrats, bro. Awesome. Cuts on the W. We made a few less mistakes than the Steelers. Steelers are a mess. Asia. Sorry, you've hopped on. You've corrected me before. I got my second deal at the title company for land. Woo! That's awesome. Asia, congratulations there. That's a big one. That's huge. Second deal at the title company for land in Houston. That's a big one. Awesome, Asia. Really congrats to you there. Got to have you on the podcast. You really got to break down how you're doing it, how you become successful, and really everything about that. That's awesome. Love seeing that. V7 or CV says, seller keeps ghosting me, but told me wanted to sell since he needed to pay off debt. Where do I go from here? If the seller's ghosting you, there's a couple ways you can sort of go around them, quote unquote, ghosting you. So if they're ghosting you on the calls, then text them. If they're ghosting on the texting, voicemail. Now, if voicemail's not working, I could email them and then Facebook message them. But worst case scenario, the good old fashioned knock on their door. If you're just doing in-person wholesaling real estate, the good old fashioned just knocking on their door and actually seeing them always works. Maybe even the sticky note to a point. That's pretty much what you're going to have to do. That's really where I'm seeing here. Now, if they got to pay off debt, they got to talk to you. Maybe they're ghosting you because they have another property under contract. You really got to look from there what you have to do. But yeah, that's pretty much why a seller would ghost you, or quote unquote, why they could even theoretically look at ghosting you, right? That's pretty much how it would work there. So next question from To Glam says, "Hi Zach, thank you for all your help. What's a good MAO formula, max allowable offer formula to use with these changes in the market? Cash buyers in Sacramento want a bigger spread than point A of ARV minus repairs. Most likely, 0.80 is very fine for Sacramento. Most likely your ARV is going to be a little too high. And I think that's the biggest problem. You're most likely using ARVs from from when the thing was at its peak versus where it's at now. And I think that's a lot of you guys have to adjust your ARVs. That percentage works. 80% is what they want. Your ARV is just too pumped up. And that's honestly what I've seen. Most people's issues with this is their ARV is just way too pumped up. They're using ARVs from a year ago or 6 months ago, when honestly you should be using them like currently now or what's on the market. That's pretty much what I've seen. And your cash buyers doing off a cash flow, you got to see from there. Your cash buyers are gonna want deeper discounts, okay? Because like your sellers are gonna be a little better on the prices, and I want people to understand that. Your seller is going to be a little better because they see their Zestimate dropping, but your cash buyer is going to want a better deal because they don't know if they're buying it. Real estate is going to go down 10%, 15, 40%, right? So you just got to understand that your cash buyer is going to want deep discounts or even deeper discounts than usual. But just remember that with your ARVs going lower, it's fine. It's like wholesaling kind of from the back in days, right? Like don't really panic too much on it and you should be fine from there. But that's my honest opinion. Right here. Yo.
Oh, snap. What's up, Zach?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing well, man. You?
I'm blessed, dude. What's up? How can I help you out? How's Cali doing for you right now?
Bro, so I've been going ham on probates, man, in my market. I mean, I haven't been able to figure out yet how to obtain the list from bulk, but one county I've been doing it one by one, doing mailers, doing cold calling or warm calling. And I got, just this past week alone, I got two legitimate leads. So I spoke with one of them the second time today, and she told me that she's going to be assigned the executor October 19th, and that we could talk further from there. But I nailed her motivation, the condition of the property, the time frame, the price. I haven't really talked about it yet. I'm just planting those seeds and just letting her know that, whether I buy it or not, I'm here to help, this, that, and the other. So she sees that I'm coming from a genuine space. But my question is, my question to you is, man, in terms of the pre-probates, I mean, I'm doing the letters when I see in a True People search that they've been deceased. I guess my question is,
oh, hello.
numbers, but for some reason, Google Voice is not allowing me to.
Okay, say it again. I think you cut out for a second.
Hear me?
Yeah, you cut out for a second. No big deal.
I'm driving right.
No worries.
Now, Zach.
Yeah, I can hear you. Say it one more time.
Zach. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Zach.
I can hear you.
Zach. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So my question is, how do I go about Google Voice, saying that, like, even though I deleted my primary phone number from being connected from one of my Google Voice accounts, how can I set up another Google Voice number? Because I've been trying to set up other Google Voice numbers because yeah, there's like maybe one or two that came up as spam likely, and I have one Google account where the number expired. I was another number, and then I created another Gmail account to create another number, but Google Voice did not allow me to. Have you ever ran into that type of scenario? Because I have
I've
a
had a
dialer.
couple
That's
of
why
them.
I'm trying to.
Honestly, I'd probably just use someone else's phone number for the forwarding if you really had to. But if the issue is, you can just kind of delete that account more or less, or just kind of move it around the settings. I would just talk to the support and they can kind of flip it on you if you really want to, but they're trying to push you to pay for it. I would switch I'd associate with another phone number and then get a new account. So I would attach that old phone number to, like, I don't know, your sister's phone number or something like that, and then just kind of cut that off. And so it's associated with that one, then get a new one, and then it's not associated with your old one anymore. That's going to be your issue. They're flagging you as just moving around all over the place.
And you're referring to Google Voice, correct?
Say that again?
You're referring to Google Voice?
Report it?
No, I said, are you referring to Google Voice when you
Yes.
said?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Okay. I was. So check this out. I was gonna ask you about the a question about the auctions, right? And I answered my question when I saw like the upcoming auctions coming up, but it's not until next month. So I don't have a question about that, but yeah, I guess that's all the questions I have. But you know me, if I have questions, I'll hit you up.
All right, man. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. Be
All right.
blessed.
Have a good one, man. Boom. Yeah, guys. You have questions, you want to hop on here? Love to talk to you. See what's going on here. But yeah. Let's see here. Zach says, I'm going to do code violations, fire damage, water shutoffs. Good, good, good. If you have any better suggestions, let me know. Love it. Aegis says, I got my second deal at the title company in Houston. It was some land. I know I could have made about 200K on it. I'll take 40K all day. Let's go, Asia. Woo! Love to see that stuff. Great stuff. Wow. Good money. Good money. Love to see that. Awesome, Asia. Appreciate that. Gotta get you on the podcast. I love that. One Arrow says, hey, Zach, which areas do you recommend focusing on wholesale? Class B, COD, all classes, all types of real estate I'd be going after currently right now. Hands down, all day, every single day. V7 says, a seller gave me on parcel ID number for a lot he's interested in selling, but I don't know where to find the lot. I would search the parcel ID number on the property appraiser or the tax assessor site. I would call them and ask them. They can probably help you. You're probably doing something wrong, but probably something I'm doing wrong too. So just call them and see. And that's most likely what's going on there. Cater says, I'm about to make $50,000 after a double close. Woo! That's some good money right there. Congrats to Kadish. 50K, bro. Hop on here. I'd love to see you when you close that, man. That's awesome, dude. I love to see your process getting on the podcast, but that's a lot of money right there. That's great. What's up, El Paperilio? Love to see that. And then Brett says, hello from Medford, Oregon. Thanks for everything you share. Call the county office. Completely right on there, guys. So, like, guys, if you want to learn wholesaling real estate, absolutely for free, you see the little thing scrolling below. Just go to freewholesaling.com, guys. The biggest change you can make in your life right now, and you can't control what's going on in the future, right? But if real estate does go down, you're set to make a ton of money in wholesaling real estate. The thing is, it's a land grab, right? It's going to be deals out here. A lot of wholesalers are going to quit. A lot of wholesalers are going to join. There's a lot going on here. A lot of moving parts going on. But I tell you, if you consistently pull lists, consistently have conversations with motivated sellers, and consistently just go after the leads that are ready to go, ready to sell, want to sell, that actually have a true motivation to sell. That's going to be the biggest difference between making money now and in the past. It's just having that motivation, that actual want, that actual need to get rid of the property for cash. You are ready to go. You are set to make a ton of money in wholesaling real estate. You are set to make a fortune. You're going to make more money now in the downturn than you know in the future, in the past. And that's going to lead you to a lot of success in wholesaling real estate. So I beg you guys, go to freewholesaling.com, learn how to quote unquote pick up the garbage, run a Walmart place, be your dollar store, and make a ton of money, make 4 or 5x the average sexy Lamborghini realtor type thing, guys. You're going to make more money than ever like that. if you just stick to helping people out in distressed properties, making not $3,000 on a commission, but $30,000 on a commission for your real estate wholesaling success, guys. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Make sure you go to freewholesaling.com. Learn how to wholesale real estate the correct way, the right way, the way the gurus don't tell you, from a guy that actually knows how to wholesale real estate the right way for real. Guys, go to freewholesaling.com. I'll teach you everything you need to know about wholesaling real estate and how to do it the right way, how to pick up that garbage, quote unquote, and you'll be ready to go, guys. This is Zach Ginn signing out. I'll see you guys soon. Have a blessed one. Hey guys, Zach Ginn here from Flip with Rick. And after helping tens of thousands of people get started in wholesaling real estate and helping so many people out go from $0 to $100,000 in wholesaling real estate, I'm super excited to announce my new wholesaling mastery course. This wholesaling mastery course will have everything step by step on the whole entire wholesaling processes. I'm going to give you real deal examples. I'm going to hold your hand throughout the whole wholesaling process. This course will give you everything you need to know to make up to $100,000 to over $1 million per year in wholesaling real estate profits. Most real estate gurus out there will charge you around $5,000 for a course like this. But today, if you click on the link, you will get my wholesaling mastery course for the low price of
sellout.
What?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I knew you would do this. I knew you were going to go the course route with the guru. It goes against everything we've preached from day one. Don't be a sellout.
The course is free.
What?
The course is free. I'm giving it for free.
Oh, I apologize. Carry on.
Jeez, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, duh. Do you think I'm going to go sell out as like a regular guru selling you a course? I'm not trying to make money off of you guys. Guys, over here, all you got to do is click there to just sign up. No gimmicks, nothing. Absolutely for free. It's a free wholesaling course. Literally, I've seen every single wholesaling course. I have access to all the 10,000 mentorships. Guys, I literally copied them step by step. I literally have an entire course set out just for you for wholesaling real estate. Click on that and let's get started.